Y'all, this is my third time trying to record this video tonight. My third time. And I'm tired. So hopefully it'll let me. It was lagging and acting like it didn't want y'all to hear about this and all kinds of. I know I'm supposed to be looking down here, but y'all know I'm just listening. So the other night, right, I was on TikTok and there was this white guy on there. Nice looking white guy, too. He was on there, right, and he was saying that there is no work for truck drivers. Is this true? I don't know if I've been under a rock or where I've been, but knowing me, 9 times out of 10, I've definitely been under a rock. But he said there's no work for truck drivers, and he was like saying like it's two types of works that you can do, like for Amazon, and then he said something about, I don't know if he said county or something city, something where I guess maybe your inner city routes would be where you don't cross jump going from, state to state or whatever. But he was talking about like how everybody's getting out of it, and people giving him his trucks back, and he done sold most of them, and they all just sitting there, and they didn't start, he would start selling them so they didn't start rusting out. But he said now the trucking business isn't the place to be. But that's strange because all the guys that I ever knew, they pursued trucking careers or whatever, and they got these big fancy homes, and these wives in them, and they on the road, and things can happen in the trucking business and things can happen at home. We won't. That's a part of the trucking business, I know. But he was just saying like there's no money in the trucking business, and I was interested in this, so I had wanted to do some research and see what was going on. Oh wait, we gotta get to. Okay, why is there no work in the trucking business? A lack of new drivers coming into the industry due to working conditions, low pay, and lack of benefits. Many people avoid entering the trucking industry. Drivers leaving the industry. Many truck drivers are leaving the industry in search of jobs that offer better pay, working conditions, and benefits. And y'all, like, I know of a few incidents of like truck drivers dying inside of their rigs, inside of their trucks, and getting found. I don't know what that's about either. Let's see what this is. What is going on with the trucking industry? Y'all, we just under Google, just randomly asking these questions. Rising interest rates, higher diesel and maintenance costs, increasing pay for truckers, and rising insurance premiums drove the operating cost of truck to $2.25 per mile in 2022. That's the first time it has exceeded $2 in history, according to ATRI's analysts in a downloadable separate report. Why is trucking industry failing? The trucking industry is a highly competitive and unforgiving space. According to Tank Transport, 31,278 trucking companies either shut down or shifted their services to larger fleets within the first 4 months of 2023 due to falling freight rates and rising fuel costs. Why are so many truckers quitting their jobs? Why do truckers resign? Truckers that feel underappreciated. See, this is why I want to do this video, because every now and then I keep seeing like these truck drivers crying out on social media, talking about like you don't know what they go through, and black, white, everybody, like truckers, women, men, telling stories about, like I told about people dying in them trucks, or semi trucks, people getting killed and crashing into one another, them crashing into somebody, falling asleep at the hand of the wheel and stuff, not getting the adequate sleep that they need, and this carrying on. So that's why I want to, gear my page towards this and talk about truck drivers, because this conversation is starting to be on the rise and it's deadly. So I wanted to, gear my thing towards this. Okay, why are so many truckers quitting their jobs? Why do truckers resign? Truckers feel underappreciated frequently, leave their trucking company. To their consumers, senior management, dispatch, and supervisor, they don't feel an equal footage. Create a culture of respect in the workplace and nurture relationships with their drivers. How is the trucking industry doing in 2023? The U.S. trucking industry experienced late cycle phase of classic truckload cycle in 2022, leading us into the bottoming phase in early 2023. In October 2023, the rebalancing process continued slowly throughout. Significant progress has been made. How many trucking companies have shut down in 2023? According to FreightWaves analyst Federal Data, an estimated 35,000 new trucking companies shuttered in the fiscal year of September 30th. Is there a trucking recession coming? The global shipping industry has been mirrored in a freight recession this year, and the challenging economic conditions will continue in 2024. According to a new CNBC supply chain survey, high inventories and pullback in consumer spending. I butchered that. According to a new CNBC supply chain survey, high inventories and a pullback in consumer spending are reasons behind the bearish outlook. Is trucking worth it in 2023? Well, 2023 might be a truly good year to become an owner-operator truck driver, especially for those looking for financial security. That's because in 2023, tax breaks and other benefits will be available that could help owner truck drivers save a lot of money. And too, if it's an independent truck driver and they got their own route, or they know somebody that needs the service or something, or they just deliver stuff in town or something, I don't know. But then I'm pretty sure if you go that way, your insurance would be so high, the insurance that you would have to get for being a business owner or whatever. Why is trucking so slow right now? What's causing this trucking recession of 2023? A recession is one sector of the industry, such as ocean freight, generally ripples through the industry, wide, creating an overall decline in 2023 economic activity. Are trucking jobs recession proof? As recent panic over a looming threat of recession grows, it's time to ensure you're in a stable job to make it through the economic changes. So what does the future look like for the truck drivers? We're here to tell you that truck jobs are here to stay and are safe careers even in a recession. But that ain't what everybody else saying. When I go on, I told y'all what happened. What percentage of truck drivers quit? And the problem can be summed up in one statistic: driver turnover and hovering between 80 and 90%. The trucking industry cannot continue to operate this way. More importantly, you cannot continue to operate this way. It costs anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 to replace a driver, depending on your industry. Dang, 5 or 10,000. Why are truckers making less money? For the truck drivers in the United States, is changing from government mandates to the approach of greater automation to drastically lower wages. Making a living behind the wheel of a big rig is becoming tougher every year. By some estimates, around 90% of those who take up this profession will leave within the first year. Well, I won't take up your time. Yeah, but I just want to touch bases on that about this truck driver. Truck driving short in business. Yeah. So, well, anywho, y'all have a good night. The Cougars, I've outdone myself.